So this is DJ Catsanova, and I'm sitting here with Unknown Mortal Orchestra. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very good.
Yeah.
We're sitting outside in
Thank
the
you.
rain doing the interview. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
So what's your real name for everybody?
Oh, my name is Ruben Nielsen.
And where you're from?
I grew up in New Zealand,
Nice.
but my mom is from Hawaii. My dad's from New Zealand, and he played tonight.
Oh, did he?
He's with us on tour, playing horns.
Oh, that's your dad. Oh, nice.
He's kind of more of a jazz musician, but he's like slumming it with us. He'll do it until he grows out of it.
So where do you rest your head at now?
Well, I'm splitting my time at the moment between Portland, Oregon, which I've been there for 10 years, and in California, I spend some of my time in Palm Springs at the moment.
Oh, well, right now this is kind of like Portland because it's rainy over there the whole
It's true,
time.
yeah. It's pretty much exactly like it.
I used to live in Washington State, so I know all about this.
Oh, yeah.
How did you come up with the name Unknown Mortal Orchestra?
I don't really remember. I just I was like uploading my music to the internet, and I kind of felt like I needed a name to put to it, and it just kind of came to me. And I don't know why. I just really thought like it'd be cool to have a kind of long name for some reason.
It worked.
Have you heard the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I thought it would be cool to have a band name like that. I think it was just like, it's sort of a weird way of another word for a one-man band, because at the time it was like, that's what I was.
Orchestra.
Yeah. It was like I was making fun of myself, kind of.
Is Unknown Mortal Orchestra actually a solo project, or is it like a band of like you and other people?
It's both, yeah.
Both?
It's both. So it's like, originally it started out as just me by myself, and then over the years I've started to collaborate more, making the records, and live it's definitely like a collective, and everybody gets to have a say and play what they want to play. But yeah, I just started it by myself, but then I was like, this thing's kind of popping off.
Yeah.
Who wants to come with me?
Nice.
And over the years, different people have joined in, and different friends have come with me.
So you're a multi-instrumentalist, right?
I think I play guitar primarily, and I play keyboards and a little bit of drums on things, and I play the bass and stuff. But I know too many sick multi-instrumentalists who truly like
Play all
have
the
a mastery of every instrument. So I really barely call myself a guitarist. The only thing I really feel really confident about in my skills is a songwriter. So I would call myself a songwriter.
Well, you play 4 more instruments than me, so I'll tell people that you are a multi-instrumentalist from my perspective. Your lyrics are really eccentric. Where do you get your influences to write your songs?
I get influences from a lot of different places. At different times, you go through phases, you read different books or whatever, But the two people that come to mind right now, I think of like Morrissey from the Smiths.
Love Morrissey.
Who's like, I think he's one of the greatest lyricists for like indie rock and stuff of all time, and kind of disappointing human being, but like that's just the way it goes sometimes. And it's funny because the other person I thought of immediately was Kanye.
Oh, okay.
And he's like kind of the same thing, where it's like he's like bumming people out at the moment, but I think it's the words in those records. I don't know if I'm modeling myself after it, but I definitely like listen to that as an idea of like, oh, those are words that get people's attention, and they spark like thoughts and things like that. So
So to narrow it down specifically, I'll go to one song, Acid Rain. How did you come up with that song?
Like I think of myself as a loser, and even though I haven't really been a loser for a long time, and I think I need to not steal valor from people who are actually having like a really hard time, because I've been a successful person, but I seem to, when I write songs, I focus on hard, painful things for some reason, and so there's things like drug addiction, things that have like done a lot of damage in my family. Like drugs have done a lot of damage through my family and stuff. So I keep coming back to that, and I think that song talks about drugs and stuff.
Your style of music is very unique. What do you think makes your music stand out from other bands?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know why anybody
well, the lyrics
likes it.
For one, I'll give
I'm
you
lucky,
that.
and I feel lucky, and I do feel that I have a different perspective from other artists. That there's always something that I can talk about that is a slightly different angle, but I don't really know. I'm just lucky, so I don't.
That's good.
I mean,
you had the crowd jumping today too.
Yeah, that was
like,
really
oh
fun.
my God, the mosh pit.
Yeah.
I had this really dope camera that's like stabilizing, and I'm standing there, and even though they were pushing me, it was very focused. But they were going crazy for like every song.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then you like ran around in the crowd. That was fun.
Yeah,
too.
that's fun. Yeah, I love that stuff.
So when you first started making music, who were your influences? So I'm assuming that your dad was probably one of your first ones.
Yeah, and my dad was growing up. My dad played a lot of. He's a horn player, so I heard a lot of jazz around the house. Lots of like Miles Davis, George Duke. I got into like Frank Zappa at some stage. It's not like my dad's favorite artist, but I kind of thought like, oh, this is so weird. And I started to listen to that and a lot of that kind of stuff. And my mom is Hawaiian, and she was really into Hawaiian music. So I grew up around a lot of Hawaiian music, actually, like harmonies and things like that. And I think it's like not super obvious, but it's definitely like in there. Like,
so if you could choose one, would you change something from your past or take a peek into your future 5 years?
Ooh.
Yeah, I put a lot of thought into that question.
Man, you could ask anybody that question. I don't think I would change anything from my past. I think I would have to peek into the future. What would you do?
I think I would peek into the future.
Yeah, that would be...
I would definitely... Just so you know, because if I only had 4 years left, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to blow my savings or something like that. So now, I ask you one more question. It's a very important question.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Oh, I hate this question.
It was either that or Mac DeMarco or Home Shake.
Oh.
It's like I asked the indie bands that.
Yeah, right.
Those are the older guys.
I think Michael Jackson or Prince would be, personally, it's always hard to say this, but I'm definitely a Prince man. But I love Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's music is super important to me, so I listen to it a lot and stuff. But I think as a hero, I always look to Prince a little more, just because I think Michael Jackson was more of a visual, like, and dancing and all that stuff. And for me, I'm just like more of a nerd. I think Prince is more of a studio nerd kind of. He was a real multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah, see, that's the first person that came to mind when I think of multi-instrumentalist. And you was dancing up on stage. You was doing some Michael Jackson moves today.
Was I?
You did some spins. You did splits.
Oh, yeah.
I got it on tape, too.
Well, that's a James Brown thing.
Okay,
splits. Yeah. But actually, Prince used to
did
do
that as well, too. Yeah,
Prince was copied a lot
Prince
of James
is
Brown.
more of a split. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Mac DeMarco, Home Shake. I would have to say Mac because he's a friend, and I actually think Mac is like really great musician. Just a really good. He's a great drummer.
Isn't he a multi-instrumentalist as well?
Yeah, I'd say like he's a guy that plays great guitar and plays great drums, and great bass. Yeah, he's great. I think he's sort of underrated as a musician. Actually, I think people see him as a star and as a character and all this stuff, but it's like he really plays really well. Like that's the thing that I think like. Because he's also been so goofy, it's like that's overshadowed. Like the music's good. He's really good. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Him and who else I would say? Real Estate. I heard all of you guys' music, or I was introduced to your music from working at Levi's.
Oh wow.
They played your music in
Thank you, Levi's.
2014.
Yeah.
This is like before I was like more rap because I grew up in
Yeah.
Harlem, so I listened like
Yeah.
rap and hip hop.
Yeah.
But then when I started working at Levi's, I couldn't help but listen to what they played.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
like you, Mac DeMarco, Real Estate, Chastity
Yeah.
Belt, like all the time.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was like, and I would just like hide my phone in the jeans and leave
Yeah.
Shazam on,
Yeah.
and then go back in and listen to it later. And I
Oh
was like,
wow, that's
my
cool.
God,
That's a
this is
good
so
technique.
dope. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was we came out of a really good wave of that indie rock. It might be sort of like the last wave of indie rock. Really, I don't know where indie rock went.
Now it's like bedroom pop and dream pop is like
yeah,
the new
yeah,
waves.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, it seems like that's replaced it or something. But indie rock really came out of independent records, and the bedroom pop and dream pop is like kind of a major label thing. But it's like it's like it's kind of like the scene that I came out of is gone. It's like a whole new scene now. The people that I would go out and see now would be more like, Anderson .Paak or like,
Yeah.
Free Nationals and stuff like that. And like, I feel like that's kind of where we fit now.
Yep.
In that kind of world. So we kind of survived the jump. And Mac actually went on tour with Anderson .Paak and Thundercat.
Yeah, Thundercat is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's another one. Very big influence in my music taste.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah, Steven's like very good. Did you see his video today on Instagram?
The one with
He,
the
like-
Kill Bill? Oh my
Yeah.
God. I retweeted that. He was, and then like, he was like, oh, these are the dates. And then it
Yeah.
like flashed by. And I was like,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me?
he's the funniest dude, man.
Yeah.
He's like that, and he's like that. He's just funny all the time. He's like a comedian.
He's
He's
another
like that
one I gotta
level of
run up
funny.
on. I got to run up on him and try to get an interview one day too.
Yeah,
I
he
seen him
would
twice.
be a great interviewer.
Yeah. Oh my God. I
Yeah.
would need to see. It'll have to be when I come back, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
I'll be going for a year.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Good luck out there, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you for sitting outside in the rain with me and doing this interview.
Yeah,
I really
that's cool.
appreciate it. It's
No
nice
worries.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. Thank you all for listening, and be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify at DJ Catsanova for new music, a playlist every Friday, and live shows happening in the Bay Area. Stay cool, kiddies.